This video is one of the pieces in the Tin Man project series in terms of your notes, so you have the background should you need a refresher on how to find the surface area or volume of different shapes. So first off, we want to identify the shape. We look at the base, and so if I kind of went underneath here, the base is a rectangle, so we name shapes by their bases. So this is a rectangular prism. And prism because the top and the bottom are the same size. And then if I took this shape here, okay, and I open it up and created a net, okay, I would get this shape here, okay? And I have these little tags just so that they can be, these tags here aren't part of the actual, just the green. So if I have this here, this is my net or my kind of, we used to call them exploded views of what this looks like, although I'm sure if something exploded it would not look nearly this good. And then I'm going to draw that out so I can see that I have like a short side, kind of a small side, and that would be here, a longer side, another short side, which would be this other side, a long side, and I've got these other pieces here. So you're going to draw your net. You're going to take your ruler. Once again, we're measuring only in centimeters. So measure in centimeters, so like 5.2 or whatever it is. So I'm going to I pre-measured mine, and I'm going to put my units here. So this is 6 centimeters, and this is 3 centimeters, and this is 3 centimeters. So when it kind of rolls up, I'm going to put my units on here as well. So this is 6 centimeters, 3 centimeters, and then the height was 3 centimeters as well. Okay, so my bases, okay, my base is a rectangle, and the faces, kind of here, are rectangles, or you could say rectangle and square, but a square is actually just a special case of a rectangle. Now, with the surface area, you could do this a couple ways, but you want to keep your work organized. I would recommend just kind of looking and, you can go to the original piece if you want to, or you can kind of use this as your guideline. So some people will go, okay, this piece here is 3 by 3, so I'm going to put 18. This is also 18. This is 18. This is a 3 by 3. This is 9. This is a 3 by 3, 9. This is a 6 by 3, 18. So that's one way that people will do it, and so you could write on the net to show your work. Another way you can organize your work is saying, okay, I'm looking at my original shape, and the front is, once again, the area formula, and I could just write this up here, length times width is 6 times 3, so that's 18 centimeters squared. And I could talk about, that I have 2 of those because I have a front and a back, so 36. And I'm going to look at the side, and the side is 3 by 3, which is 9, and I've got 2 sides, so I've got 18, and then I have a top that I can see, and the top is 6 by 3, so that's 18, and once again I have a top and a bottom, so I'm going to multiply that by 2. And so overall, my surface area is, when I add those together, is 90 centimeters squared. Once again, it's centimeters times centimeters, so centimeters squared. And this is going to represent the amount of aluminum foil that you'll need to cover that shape. Now, you may have to do some additional calculations because let's say, for example, this is your shape, okay? And we just calculate that this would take 90 centimeters squared. But if I had like an arm, or 2 arms attached to it, then I would need to then go, I'm going to subtract, 2 circles, and then the area of the circle, pi r squared, times 2. So then I could then figure out my total surface area, 90 minus in whatever this area is, okay? So, and obviously you might have legs on it too, so there might be some additional things. You're going to find your original shape, and then you're going to subtract any pieces if you need to subtract any pieces from that, and then you'll give your total surface area. So this will be the amount of aluminum foil that would be required to cover this minus any pieces. Now the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to talk about, like, if you filled up this Tin Man with, you know, some substance like sand, what would the volume be? Assuming we don't have the holes in it, but there, when you put the arms in, they'll be all attached. There won't be any holes there. So once again, the volume formula, the general formula, is base times height. And once again, what is this base? It is a rectangular. What's the formula for the area of a rectangular? Length times width. So, and some of you might just go straight to that formula because you're very familiar with it. So looking at your diagram, the length is 6, the width is 3, and the height of the shape is 3. So 6 times 3 is 18, 18 times 3 is 54. And once again, the units are centimeters times centimeters, centimeters squared times centimeters, cubic centimeters, because it's basically how many little centimeter cubed could fit in this shape. Okay, so 54 of them would fit in there. Okay, and once again, box your answers to make it easy, and then collaborate with your teammates to figure out if you need this much for your shape and they need this much for their shapes, how much tinfoil do you need altogether. Okay, and once again, these units are all going to be in centimeters squared. So good luck. Looking forward to seeing your project.